welcome back to our Let's Play series of Rimworld. This is episode 3. And last episode, we fought off a bunch of beavers. We got our first prisoner here, Mr. Giggles. And we built a power system as well as this garden here, which hasn't been planted. And this episode, we need to get a research bench going. We need to get a medical facility. And some other bits and bobs. So I think the first thing we can do is unpause. And let's get ourselves the research bench put in. And we're just going to stick it in the bedroom for now. Later on, there's an upgraded version of the research bench. And we'll build that where we have all of our industry, our production going. And this one will get removed from this room. And really, you know, as we're building these little rooms, these rooms are going to get transformed. You know, for instance, our prison room here, eventually I'm going to split this in half, and there'll be 2 individual bedrooms here with a double bed for couples. And then we'll make a larger prison somewhere else. And the kitchen's going to stay the same, but we're going to add on, you know, individual rooms for a lot of these colonists. And then this room here might end up becoming like a rec room with a pool table or something like that. So, nice thing about this game is, like, this bed, for instance, I can click on uninstall here and then reinstall it anywhere else. So it's not like it needs to be built from scratch or you lose it when you disassemble it or anything like that. So that helps us out. And yeah, so we'll be modifying and repurposing our base as we go along. So right now, yeah, we got to get our simple research bench. We need some steel and some wood. We should. What do we have for steel? None. No steel. No good. We need to get some guys on this mining job, so let's take a look at our miners. We only have 1 person assigned to mining. Mining's one of those jobs that a level 1, you know, is fine, right? They're going to work a little slower, but that's all. So we're going to assign all of these 3 colonists to mining. Hopefully that'll get us some more steel coming in quicker. So right now I'm uploading episode 2 in the background while I'm recording this video. So if there's any glitches or little weird things, it probably is due to that. But we'll see how this works out. Will's got to be getting pretty good at horseshoes at this point. There she goes. Now, this is our crash ship, or at least part of it. We're going to have them deconstruct this. That's going to give us some components and some steel to work with. Here's a little beaver stockpile. And who's our chef again? Oh my god, it's Ivy. You guys probably know better than I do. Alright, Ivy is working with these berries. Cool. Soon she'll get rid of these beavers. We still got, like you see down here, spoils in 1 day. So these beavers still got another 24 hours to get those carved up and in the freezer. Got a nice supply here. Remember, we set our meal count to 30. So Ivy's now got 25 of them going. She'll get another 5, and then she'll go on to another job. And that job will be, let's see. So she's a cook now. She won't be a patient, warden. She might do some wardening, which means she'll come down and talk to this prisoner about joining. Or she might, I don't know. Well, she is our best farmer as well. So these 2 guys are both okay at it. So once she gets done with her food, we should probably have her start planting some stuff. So we're going to zone this for growing. Yeah, that's the middle. And we're going to set this for... We're going to leave it for potatoes. That's the default. Potatoes grow really quick. So does rice. We'll do one crop of potatoes and then maybe swap over to corn. And then why don't we go ahead and get some of our smoke leaf going. And, oh, no. What did I do? No. Potato. Alright. We've got to rezone. And there we go. We'll set this to smoke leaf. Now, the smoke leaf, it does a couple of things really positive, or at least how I use it in the game is if your colonists have an issue with happiness, like we have a couple of pessimists in our colony. What we can do is create a drug policy. Let's see, new policy. And we can set smoke leaf to only be consumed if your mood is below a certain point. So like I usually set it to 35, and that means when they get below 35% happiness, they'll go and smoke a J, and they'll cheer up. It makes them happy. The downside is that it slows down their work, right? So if they're high on smoke leaf, then they produce much slower. They move slower. Everything's slower with them. So yeah, and then the other thing with it is you can stockpile the joints, which are made at a crafting table, and then sell those to a trader. And it varies. I mean, but I've sold them for as much as like 14 each. And when you got a couple hundred laying around, that's $3,000 or 2,500. So yeah, it's a good cash crop. It's a good thing to grow and make money in the game. I really haven't found anything else to make money with. You could do sculptures and craft things, but I don't want to waste like the resources I have crafting things and selling them, because I need those resources. With the smoke leaf, you're producing it from nothing, right? So you're not wasting iron or wasting stone or anything else to make your money. It's just being grown. So Ivy is working on her 28th meal, it looks like. She's going to eat one as well. I guess she's entitled to do that once in a while. How our battery's doing here, we're up to 700 watts coming in right now, up to 69, 70 stored units. It's good. That's increasing. Now, the research bench has been finished. Let's go ahead and set stone cutting. And that's going to give us the ability to build a stone cutting table. And then we'll be able to use that cut stone to lay floors or make walls. And then there's some other odds and ends that use stone blocks as well. Let's see, upgrade there. He just fed Giggles. I wonder how Giggles feels about this naked man just walking into his room every once in a while and handing him food and then trying to recruit him. But, yeah. We really need this guy to join us sooner rather than later. We could use him. I see, like, there's blood in the corner over here. There's probably, like, if we look at our beauty, there's negatives everywhere. Right? All over here, all over here. This place is filthy. So we really need someone. You see Willow over here, she's planting the potatoes. And now this area, it used to have a tree in it, right? Like you see this farming area has this tree. Now that we're using it as a crop area, no other vegetation will grow. in this place. No more trees, and that keeps our turbines free and clear because the trees in front of them slow the wind down. I hear Ivy over here cutting up some beavers. So it looks like everyone other than Upgrade should be busy for a little bit. We're going to fast forward at 2x speed. Ivy's still working on those beavers. Got one more one more left. We'll take a look and see if they've all been collected. No, looks like he's going to get one right now. Yeah, so there's 3 more. That's good though. I really hate when those beavers come. I mean, later on you have better weapons and your colonists are, you know, more skilled at shooting things. But it's just, you know, running out to the edge of the map to shoot them and running meh. But it's part of life on this harsh planet. Got packs of like raving beavers. What time is it? 1800. It'll be bedtime in a little bit for these guys. So Crosby's hauling these alpha beavers. Just cutting down that tree and planting. And then Ivy's butchering. We really need to get this stuff mined over here. What's our steel is still at 0. Yep, bedtime. I think that's the last beaver there. We've got it on fast forward right now. Now you can see these turbines right now that this thing's had most everything cleared out from in front of it other than this rock. It's producing way more electricity than these two that still have trees in front of them. So we got to get those cleared out. Now, who was our really good researcher? We got a couple of them. It's Willow. Willow's other job is really, it's just researching, so we're gonna go ahead and make her priority 2 researcher. Whoops, there's 2. And now she'll go and research. See, she runs right over to the table and starts researching now that she's got her new priority. And with her level of researching ability at 16, and it's going to level quick, it should go super fast. And then later on, we'll get an even better research table, and then we'll add a module to it that helps with our research even further, and we will just like fly through this stuff. It really doesn't take long once you get the better research going. Uh-oh. They're fighting! Ivy and Crosby. See, we got trouble on the high seas. And now is where we need our medical room, right? So I'm going to pause it real quick. I know you guys love it when I pause it. And we're going to stick it right here. This will be a medical room. Going to need a door here and a door here. We're going to need a little medical store, like a medicine storage area back here eventually. And then we need a couple beds. We're going to need 2 right away. And this needs to get done. He won't construct anything. How bad are they beat up? No one's bleeding, right? Looks like Ivy won this fight. Let's see, how many blows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 solid blows she took. Crosby, we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then his torso's pretty banged up, man. So Ivy definitely took it to him. Let's look at their stats and see. She's got a level 6 melee. Crosby is so he's got the better melee ability, but Ivy still took it to him. Proud of her. She's a champ. Ideally, right now, I'd like to have them in a bed, like getting medical treatment. Unfortunately, we don't have the hospital set up, and I don't really feel like changing their beds over right now. So. Come on, Willow. Oh, I need to, for a minute, set her construction to number 1. No, Willow, go back. There's 1 bed. Oh, it says medic. Medic. Uh-oh. Jude has gotten food poisoning. No! The dog's eating rotten alpha beaver. It's alright. Doesn't affect me one way or the other. Alright, so we got our little hospital going. Willow's got to finish these walls. Then I'm sure everyone would appreciate floors. Put a little lamp in there, torchlight. You know, hospital rooms are something you want to keep looking good. I try to keep the whole place looking good, really, but hospital rooms, when people have serious injuries and they're in there a long time, or like malaria or some horrible illness, they get like cabin fever from being trapped for too long, and if the environment is also making them upset, then yeah, it can be bad. You know, they go kind of crazy and start wandering around the wilderness. Uh-oh, major break risk. Ivy is very unhappy. What's her deal? Why is she so unhappy right now? Because she's in pain, and she's really upset about how dirty the environment is, right? So yeah, we're gonna have her stay there. Crosby needs to go and rest as well. What's that noise? Oh, the dog's throwing up all over the place. Did you see that? It was just like, blah. Oh, let's see. Doctor, we got Ivy is not too good. Both of our medical people are hurt. So we're going to have Willow go over and deal with that. Cool, so that is happening. No, Willow, you can't go to bed. You gotta treat Crosby as well. See, this is what I mean about having useful colonists. I mean, like, we have a 4th guy, but in this situation, he can't do anything. Like, our cook's hurt, our medics are hurt. He can't even run around and clean up. There's like blood all over the place, dirt. Now there's vomit, dog vomit. No, it's getting ugly. We'll keep fast forwarding through this night. Ivy's still not happy. We're going to take this corpse area and we're going to set it so it doesn't allow rotten stuff. And I don't remember exactly where that is. It's up here. Allow rotten. No. Okay, so it should get moved. No empty place configured to store it. Oh, no animal corpses there. We'll go ahead and allow animal corpses there, and then we'll set this to preferred, and that way they'll put animal corpses here first. We'll have her go ahead and haul that and get it out of here. Again, look, you can see this turbine here is full speed, just about, you know, putting out max wattage, and these guys that have stuff in front of them are not really getting it done, so. Crosby is still hurt. Oh, he's healthy now. Uh-oh. What's going on over here? Someone's fighting. Man, look at all the blood all over. Just blood everywhere. Wonder if it disappears in a rainstorm. I don't know. I've never paid attention to that. We do get bad weather in this game. We've been lucky enough not to have any, but it does come. Just looking around. Oh, that's what the bear took down this ram over here. I'm gonna go ahead and set this to tame. We may get lucky and tame it. We may get unlucky and get eaten, but it's worth it. I think I mentioned it. I don't think I have. I like bears. They have a ton of hit points. You can train them to go and haul things for you. You can also train them to rescue downed colonists. And so, like in a combat situation, they're great. And then just they're useful outside of combat as well. And the thing about like a dog, we can train a dog to do those things as well. But in a combat situation, if that dog gets killed, you're going to have a colonist that's attached to it that's going to be upset, and that could cause problems. With the bear, I mean, the likelihood of getting killed is much lower, especially through the mid-game when your opponents aren't really all that dangerous. So Ivy's out there trying to tame him right now. What's her skill with animals? 14, so it's about as high as it gets. This turkey deserves to die. Again, that whole Darwin thing. All right. Now, we need to get this place cleaned up pretty good. So we're going to make cleaning a #2 priority for everybody for a little while. And, I mean, because right now it's just filthy. So, alright, so cleaning and firefighting, this is something we can talk about for a minute. I'm showing our home zone, right? And anything within your home zone, your colonists will clean, they'll repair, they'll firefight, anything in that area. And so you can utilize that in a few different ways, but that's just something to keep in mind, right? So if you know, if your colonist is going to be cleaning, he's going to be cleaning everything all around here because it's part of our home zone. But one useful thing I've found for this is if there's a fire, like you get a lightning storm, let's say there's a fire burning out in this area out here. Your colonist won't go firefight it because it's not in your home area. So you can just drag a box over it and and make it a home zone, and then it will they'll go out there and firefight it. So, but without doing that, they won't go and deal with it. So that's something to keep in mind. There are situations where like you'll have a fire burning and it's creeping in towards your base, and it's also burning all the trees away, right, which we need. And so yeah, you want to drag that home zone over the area where the fire is, and then they'll go and take care of it. Alright, so we need to get some more wood going as well. Don't have much. Wood and iron. Crosby's hauling some iron back, it looks like. Oh, that'll put us at, let's see, 28 iron. Woo! It's a start. It's a start. What's he going to get now? Okay, he's going to get this stuff. Let's see. Did we set his hauling to 2? Yeah, we did. That's why he's doing it. You can see now that we've set these couple colonists to clean, like, level 2. You can see that they're cleaning now. Or at least Ivy is. She's got the dog vomit up. That's nice. This cell needs... Willow's working on this cell. That's good. Upgrade's trying to recruit. So when you see these little text boxes next to their name, that just means that they had a social interaction. I don't know the difference between the symbols, but here you can see it shows you the hand upright like that, like a waving hand, seems to be had a nice chat. Right? Let me scroll down. Had a nice chat. Now these hands try to build rapport. Like it looks like a handshake. That means that they're trying to build rapport, and then had a deep talk. Is this icon? That's interesting. And you can see here, Upgrade tried to recruit Giggles, had a 6.8% chance to succeed, but it did not succeed. And so, we didn't end up with a colonist that was good with social, but normally you would have one or more, and there would be multiple people coming in here trying to recruit him, and eventually you get him, and the more chances, right, the higher likelihood. So Ivy's still working on planting her potatoes. Willow is researching, and Crosby's hauling because that's his new thing. Just get a better look at Crosby and make sure we're not screwing something up. He is our doc, so let's set that at 2, since that's probably the most important thing after firefighting for him. Animal handling, we've got a few good handlers. We'll keep him at 3. It's not that important right now. He's a good hunter, but we'll keep that at 3. Yeah, everyone's a good hunter, really, except for Upgrade. Mining's low. Plant cutting. Smithing and tailoring is not worth. He's got a passion for art, but he's just so low level that it's not really worth it. We're not going to be doing a whole lot of artwork to begin with, so no big deal. Cool. So it looks like he's all right running around and doing what he's doing. Cargo pods. What do we get? Is that more Devil Strand? Jeez, man. Would have preferred something a little more useful like components or steel, but I will take Devil Strand as well. Alright. So we got some crops going here. That's probably sufficient for right now. We really need to make a room for doing our crafting and stuff like that. So let's get a wall going around our supply here, our stockpile. And we're going to end up moving all of this stuff to another location, but not just yet. I'm going to put a door here because we're going to put a building on over here, and this will be our crafting area. That is actually pretty big. All right, so that pop-up right there, we just finished researching stone cutting. Yay! So now we can go to the research screen and choose something else. How about electric smelting would be nice. Colored lights are fun, and we will unlock that at some point. Smithing. Let's unlock smithing because I think that leads to being able to craft better stuff. Well, let's see. Where is that thing? Machining, right? Machining does require smithing, yes. So let's get smithing done. And they're off, right? And we were going to reduce the size of this. Put a door on the front. And so, yeah, we're going to set up all our workbenches and stuff in here. And then, and yeah, this will be our like, little crafting production area. And the first thing I want to build, let's get a door on the outside of this as well. Oops, I'm in the wrong place. Door. Boom. And we're going to put a stone cutting table near that door. Where are you, stone cutting table? Yeah. Just put it right next to the store. So what we'll do is we'll put a big stone stockpile out here, and that way the stone cutter can just come out, grab what they need right here, and then come right back in and work on it. And that'll be pretty easy. So it looks like everybody's sleeping. Fast forward the night. So funny thing about doing Let's Play videos, and this is what my third video now, is you're trying to talk and you're trying to think, and then you're also trying to, like, you know, physically move at the same time. And I was never one of those kids that couldn't rub my tummy and pat my head at the same time. Like, I can do that. So I can multitask, but it's a little challenging. It really is. And so it's going to be crazy when we start doing Transport Fever, and, like, you know, that's a game that I'm going to be learning from scratch. And I'm going to start a Let's Play, you know, first time I open the game, and that, yeah, that ought to be pretty funny. Probably make me insane, but it is challenging. But at the same time, this is fun. I mean, it's almost like hanging out with someone in a single-player game and playing it with them, although, you know, it's only single-player, I guess, or something like that. All right, so we got breakfast going on. Ivy's restocking what's been eaten. You know, remember we set our cook's top at 30, so right now we're at 26 meals. She's working on number 27. So doing pretty good with that. Dog's eating this rotten beaver again, right? Rotten Beaver. Isn't that the name of a strip club in South Philly? I don't know. I think I heard that somewhere. Jude's got food poisoning. I told you so. Don't eat the rotten beavers, man. It's like every dog I've ever owned. Like, don't do that. No, I want to. Cool. So what's everyone doing? I mean, we know what Ivy and Will are doing, and we know what Upgrade's doing, right? Is the only thing he does do. We'll wander around. Another cargo pod. Let's see what we got here, and then we'll go back to figuring out what everyone's doing. Dromedary meat. I hope I'm saying that right. Whatever it is, it's meat, it's edible. Let's eat it. Ivy's... Oh, she's trying to tame. Well, so where is Crosby? Playing horseshoes. Yep, Crosby's hauling. Need to get these freaking plants cut, man. Where's Crosby going? Going to... Ooh, look at all these meals laying around. Yes, please. Iron? Oh, look at this. See, I know it's steel, right? And I bet there's someone out there watching this video and they're like, it's steel, dude. But, like, you don't mine steel from the earth. You mine iron and then you turn it into steel. So, I'll always say iron. I am a geologist, and I don't know. I just can't say steel. It's not steel. Let's harvest these berries. Yeah, when Willow finishes working on this research project, I think I'm going to not research anything for a while, because we need her to help build and stuff like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A group of pirates from the Dark Rhinos have arrived, and they're attacking immediately. That is not good. Oh, where are they? Oh. Oh, it's one dude with a club. Jeez. I don't know what he thinks he's gonna do. But, yeah. Let's call to arms, brothers. Get in position. This is, the way that this is constructed right now, it really puts me at a disadvantage here. But yeah, let's rearrange here. All right, something like that, I think. Where's this guy? Here he comes. Take me home tonight. I don't want to. Oh, I just showed off my age. Come on, man. Let's... Yeah! Get him. He's having second thoughts right now. Oh, he just got shot. Oh, I got shot again. Ow! You get beat up. Oh, he made it to... Oh, yes. Yes, we knocked him unconscious. Let's see what he's all about. Oh, look at this. He's a good shot. He's good at social, so we'll have another warden. He's good with animals. Everyone we've got is good with animals. That doesn't matter to me. And he'll contribute. He's incapable of dumb labor, though, so that means he's not going to clean, and he's not going to haul. He's also a bit of a negative Nelly, and he's slow. His mental break threshold is much higher. They've got the percentages there wrong. It should be plus 18. So, but yeah, that's good. Chess master. So I mean, basically, he's a good soldier, and he can be a good warden. And we need a good soldier, and we need a good warden. So this guy's massively useful to us. We're going to undraft everyone. We'll have Upgrade haul him, since he is our warden. Go ahead and set this to be picked up and put in our stockpile. And Willow needs to go and get rested up, because she got beat up. She's got a bruise on her right arm. Got hit with a club. Oh, big whoops. So now we got 2 prisoners. And just to be prepared, let's go ahead and add another bed. Because, you know, let's add 2. Was someone throwing up again? Someone's throwing up somewhere. Where is it? You hear it? Oh, it's the bear. You threw up in our stockpile, bear. Dang it. Yeah. You ever heard that Jim Gaffigan bit about bears and how they tell you, like, if you ever get attacked by a bear in the wild, you just lay down on the ground and Jim Gaffigan theorized that maybe the bears are the ones that wrote that strategy, you know. Like, would you like me to lay down on this white plate for you? I love Jim Gaffigan. He's so funny. All right. So we're healing up Bishop here. We're going to go ahead and set him to recruit. Oh, someone's puking again. It's this bear, man. He's throwing up now. He's throwing up in our little production area. He's a menace to society. Are these berries? Yeah. Hell yeah. Always use more berries. Kind of got half a garden going here. These potatoes are already halfway grown. That's the nice thing about. Oh, his bear's throwing up again. He is really sick. Let's see. Health, food poisoning, whole body. It's a whole body experience. Needs. Responded to Ivy's friendly communication. Watches Ivy attempt to tame me. The grizzly bear rejected the offer. We'll get him. Or we'll die trying. Let's see if any of these trees are ready to be chopped. That one is. Yeah, just chugging along. So we got our research table. That's one of our priorities today, right? We said we wanted to get the medical room. We've got that. We should get another bed added to that as well, because 2 is just not enough. And let's also go ahead and put a potted plant in here. People like these nice things around. We really, lots of reallys could. Oh, the dog's throwing out now. Oh my God. We could really use one of these guys right now. One of these two needs to join and pitch in, because we got a lot of stuff going on now. You know, we've got the research table. We've got this farm, and we really need to expand this farm. You know, we've got the cooking going on, medical facilities. We're in a position where we need to hunt now, and also we got to get this ore out over here. So we really need another contributor, and whether it's Giggles or Bishop, well, I guess Giggles would be the best one because he is. Oh, he won't do mining, but he can help clean and whatnot. Either of these guys would be great for us right now. It's the food situation. We got 29. That's good. We're almost at our 30. So, all right, we did get another prisoner. So now we've got 6 mouths to feed. So let's go ahead and crank up our meal count to 35. And we've got pretty good stockpile of meat here. I mean, every 10 is a meal's worth, right? So, got about 200, about 20 meals worth. So, that's good. And you see here now, it says frozen won't spoil down here. That's why we built the freezer. So we get the frozen won't spoil. That's really nice. So, one thing I watched my last video before I uploaded it, and I noticed something. Yay! All right, we'll get back to that in a sec. We just got a new recruit. It's Giggles. Yeah, he's got a cool name. I like Giggles. I think if I had a nickname, I'd like it to be Giggles. So he's good at medicine. He's a good grower, and he's on his way to help grow right now. He's like, yeah, I can do that. He's incapable of mining, but he is capable of dumb labor. So let's go into our work panel here. Keep it running for now. And let's take a look at Giggles. Medic. We're going to set him at 2 because he's a good medic. He's only 1 point below our best medic, so we can get him helping in there. Set him to help flick switches. Animal handling, hunting, no. Construction, we'll let him help, but we don't want to make it a priority. Growing, he's got a skill of 8. Ivy's got a skill of 10. But Ivy's also our cook, so let's set Giggles to 2 on growing. Let's make that one of his main things. He can help plant cut as well. Smithing is at level 5. We've got people much higher than him, so we'll go ahead and drop that. Tailoring, yeah, he can help with that. Got a couple of good tailors, though, already. Crafting, yes, we want him helping. Alright, so right now his highest priority is doctoring, and if there's no doctoring, then he'll do growing, you know, planting and harvesting. If there's no growing, we want him to do hauling and cleaning, right? He's not super useful anywhere else that he'll be used consistently. Like, there's a lot of downtime for doctors and for growers. And so we've got ourselves a guy that can run around and help clean and haul things. And yeah, we'll keep Crosby at that as well, at level 2. And we'll bring these guys back up to 3 here, Willow and Ivy. On the cleaning, I mean. So yay, we got us a new colonist. Oh, he needs a bed. Yeah, forgot about that. Squeeze it in there. Need materials. Someone needs to go cut some trees down. That's another thing. Let's say plant cut. Let's set Giggles to plant cutting as well. As a level 2, because we need to get these plants cut down. Disease. Uh-oh. Bishop has got a disease. He's infected with something. He's got a minor infection in his torso that's untreated, so we'll treat it as best we can. He'll hopefully develop an immunity to the infection over time, and then he'll be all better. But Giggles, he's been sleeping outside. Can he? Oh, yeah, we can make him work on the bed. Cool. Go build your own bed, dude. Wake everybody up. We need to put a door in there. I'm glad that this never got built, because we definitely need a door there. Good deal. Giggles is working on his bed. Now you will see, like, the Z's, right? See how it just flicked red? That means that they were disturbed during their sleep. And every time they get a disturbed sleep, it gives them a -2 to their mood. So you can see Ivy here, she's been disturbed 3 times throughout the night. So she's got a -6 mood penalty because of it. So, you know, it's not really that big of a deal if your colonists are generally happy, but if you have unhappy colonists, or ones that are experiencing grief or maybe going through withdrawals from a substance, then yeah, you definitely want to try and get them in their own room where they're not getting disturbed throughout the night. We're going to set this to Giggles. So Giggles has got his bed now. He should be happy about that. And look at our batteries. They're almost fully charged. You know, and these 2 turbines down here are barely working because of what they've got in front of them. So once we get that cleared out, we'll definitely be generating a lot more power. And we'll have to back that up, with a backup power system. And at this point, it's been about 40 minutes in the game, so we'll get through the rest of the day today, and then we'll call it once the sun sets in the game. But, you know, we got our garden going. Eclipse. That's a nice thing about, you know, these wind turbines or having a variety of power sources, because, like, right now, if we had solar, we'd be up, you know, a creek, because there'd be no sunlight. So we're just not going to ask these guys to do much else right now. Let's let Giggles finish planting. Let's let some of these guys finish cutting down some trees and building this structure, and see how much they get done before, say, about 2000. Right now it's 1100 hours. You can see down here, the bottom right. So now it's noon. They're cranking away at it. Got quite a bit done. This is always, like, my favorite part of this game. Is just watching them run around and do all their little jobs, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, finally clearing out this farm down here. Getting all these trees and stuff cut down. It's good. Let's get these stones out of here as well. We're going to run out of space for these stones. Yeah, we're almost out of space. We only got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 open spots, 8 open spots, something like that. So, like I said, we're going to zone an area out here for this raw stone. What we'll do is we'll set it here, and we're going to make it just for chunks. So here's chunks, and we're going to make it just for stone chunks, not even steel. Steel we'll put somewhere else. That is telling us that our research is just finished. And we'll deal with that in a sec. So this is set for stone chunks. We're going to set the priority on preferred. That way they know that chunks are to go over in this area. And then we're going to zone another area over here. And this is going to be for our bricks once they've been manufactured out of the stone chunks. So we come under manufactured here, and then we can find, maybe it's not under manufactured. Where is it? Raw resources, stone blocks. Yeah, granite and all that. So yeah, we're gonna check this off, set it to preferred, and now whenever they cut some of these stone chunks up, they'll put them over in this stockpile. And to make sure that stone is actually getting chopped up, we got to come to our woodcutters table and add a bill like we did earlier with the food. But this time, we're going to have it do until you have, and we'll set it to about 500. And that'll be a good, well, we'll set it to 400. That'll be a good starting point, and we can raise that as time goes on. One thing to show you guys real quick is if you open up details on these stone blocks, for instance, you can tell them which kind of stone you want them to carve into blocks. Like I said earlier in the other video, granite, I think, is the hardest of all these, and it has the highest hit point values for walls and things like that. So you might say only chop up granite. For us, it seems like we only have limestone and sandstone, so to me it doesn't really matter. I mean, sandstone's better, but we only have 2 different types, so they'll both be plentiful. But you find that with a lot of different items in the game. You can go to this details, and it tells you like various different things as well. It's like, see right here, it says requires 1 stone chunk. Now, if this was a different station and we were building, let's say, a pistol, and we open details, it would tell you requires so much steel, requires so many components, and then it tells you the work amount, you know, how many points of work it takes to complete you know, something like here, 27, that's a really low value. Later on when we build power armor, I think it's like 1,000 or something like that in work. So massive difference. So yeah. Yeah, and while I was rambling on, we did finish our research, and we're just going to leave that for now. Let's let everything get caught up. We can use our researchers' help doing these other things around the base. And we're just going to run it again until everyone goes to bed, and then we'll call it there, and we'll pick up in the next video. So in the next video, we need to get our production area finished, and we need to get more production-related things, and we might not be able to do that yet because of our research. Sculpting table, we don't. All right, we need a tailoring bench, that's for sure. We need to be able to make clothes for our naked colonists. Fueled smithy it makes weapons like knives and clubs. We don't really need any of that. I've always find the fueled smithy to be unnecessary. And that's really all we can build right now. But tomorrow, or the next time, you know, the next video, we will do some more research. And electric smelting is one that I want to get, so we can start melting slag down. And then we'll probably, before that though, we'll do machining. This will give us the ability to make weapons, assault rifles, light machine guns, and also armor, you know, chest armor, helmets, things like that. And once we're able to do that, that's going to be great. Like, we'll have assault rifles, we'll have chest armor and helmets, and then we can really start kicking some butt. So anyway, it's been a good video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.